Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game, Grubby versus Dise. This game taking place here on Rusty Creek. Now, Rusty Creek has, I believe, 4 spawning locations, and I normally see this in a 2v2 map, so interesting to see this in a 1v1 as Grubby spawns as the blue orc over here at what I'll call the 3 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Dise a little bit south, about 6 or maybe even 7 o'clock position, Dise spawning as the yellow night elf. Night Elf versus Orc in a 1v1 matchup. Gonna at least speed things up to a minute 30, see how things are going in this matchup here. And it's gonna be interesting seeing how the players actually scout out. It is gonna be a Keeper of the Grove going up against a Farseer. Nothing too out of the ordinary or surprising here, as the players are going to be spending a little bit of time trying to figure out where exactly their opponent is. Now, creep or spawning patterns and well, I guess scouting patterns on maps such as Lost Temple and Turtle Rock, those I know of. Rusty Creek, fairly recent in the 20-year history of WarCraft 3. Therefore, still interested to see how these players try to scout each other out and figure out what their long-term strategies will be. All right, couple of Force Trolls getting finished off there. Keeper of the Grove picks up a Ring of Protection +3 and now on the move. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, a very low hit point Wisp, able to duck and dive out of the way, not get taken down. And now we're looking at the Farseer, picking up a Mantle of Intelligence +3, getting a little bit of bonus damage, and, well, also getting some experience as well. Giant Sea Turtle will get finished off. What item will it be dropping? It drops a Ring of Superiority that is +1 to every single stat. But if he's not careful, the Farseer may be the one to come across and steal this. No, Keeper of the Grove does come back for it, gets +1 to every single stat there. And I do like this Ring of Superiority. The Ring of Superiority giving 3 stats, similar to how the Mantle of Intelligence also gives 3 stats there. Just a little bit more well-rounded. Not as great as a Circlet of Nobility, obviously, but still, we're looking at the Farseer now continuing to put in that pressure here. All right, Spirit Wolves being summoned down, more pressure coming down onto that Archer. Archer down to 183 hit points. But I do believe that Moonwells are already a bit dry, taking quite a bit of damage. There's a Shadow Meld, and a beautiful, beautiful Shadow Meld at the last possible moment, down to 16 hit points, and, well, is saved. We are looking at one Spirit Wolf off over here. Is it going to get poked apart? We're going to see some damage onto that Archer as well. Little bit of a dance back and forth, and a new Moonwell is up and operational. Is that going to be resummoned? Yes, that is resummoned there. Perhaps trying to go after or pick up some Dust of Appearance just in case the Archers try and do a little bit of that play. Well, Shadow Meld play again. Headhunters are a bit late, but that's because there was a fast tech to tier 2, or it appears to be a faster tech to tier 2 than normal. Nope. Headhunters were just a bit late, well, hanging back, waiting for the Farseer to finish all of that harassment. Since I know some of you guys out there skipped the first couple of minutes of the video, this is a call out to everyone, or reminder to everyone, since I've gotten a couple comments. If you do have Amazon Prime and do have a free Twitch sub to use, please consider using it on my channel. Information in the description below, but that's all I'll say there, because I don't want to feel like a beggar. Anyways, coming back to Farseer, gonna put on a pressure, finishing off that Wisp right there. No detonation in time, but did burn quite a bit of mana. Was that really worth it? That is the question here, as the Farseer now still making rounds and trying to put a bit of, well, trying to get a little bit of creeping in. Dise is doing a great job, getting very close to level 3 already, and now, well, with the Staff of Teleportation, can perhaps try and harass a little bit, as we see an army of Headhunters by Grubby hiding in the back. All right, so an army of Headhunters hiding in the back here. Meanwhile, Farseer is still running back around. Not quite sure what to make of this, as Keeper of the Grove going to perhaps try and dive on in here and, well, perhaps spot that there is a giant army of Headhunters here. All right, Dise perhaps wondering, what do I do in this situation? There goes an Entangle down. It is the level 2 Entangle, but not quite sure what to make. And now Dise is completely trapped inside the base. Orc Burrow could actually start launching some attacks here, and this is a completely strange situation to be in. Dise is being forced to try and, well, try and clear things up here, as he's going to continue to place down some staffs or some entangles here. Keeper of the Grove now teleporting back out, as the Shadow Hunter was a split second late. If that Shadow Hunter popped out just in time to place down a hex on that staff of teleportation or teleporting a Keeper of the Grove, that would have been one Keeper of the Grove down. Demon Hunter meeting up with that army here. Ancient of War going to be fighting back against all of these units, as we're looking at the Demon Hunter wanting to get to level 2 and eventual level 3. Level 3 is so incredibly important on that Demon Hunter. That level 2 mana burn making such a drastic difference. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove perhaps doesn't want to do any more harassment, as he found himself in a bit of a sticky situation the last time. Grubby is now going into tier 3, interestingly enough, trying to go for Fortress. Meanwhile, Dise is also doing the same thing. 7 minutes into this game, both players have 2 heroes, both players teching to tier 3, as Grubby will most likely be upgrading to Berserkers. All right, moving back down to the south side here. Excuse me. Moving back down to the south side here, where the Keeper of the Grove are all of these units perhaps traveling off to. Shadow Hunter Farseer still wandering back here, as the Keeper of the Grove does find both enemy heroes and will take a little bit of damage as they attempt to retreat back. Treants are getting, or excuse me, Treants will start to get purged by those shamans and by that shaman, and that is going to perhaps become a problem, as the Demon Hunter is still not yet at level 3. The Keeper of the Grove still taking a little bit of superficial damage as well, as the Farseer, the Shadow Hunter sitting at level 2 each, trying to venture forth. Alright, Demon Hunter now going after a Kobold. Geomancer here did pick up a Crystal Ball nearly at level 3 as well. And I'm surprised at the lack of fighting between these two armies, as we're sitting at 42 supply compared to 38. Back off to the north, Shadow Hunter going to take down a Rosemane Brood, now going after the Quillboar Hunters. Here, level 3 on the Farseer, with the level 2 Shadow Hunter still quite a ways away. Bit of a level advantage for Dise. Meanwhile, Grubby having, no advantage that I can see. Perhaps weapons upgrade here in just a moment. 1-0 upgrades now completed. Dise is making some quick work. That Ancient of War absorbing a lot of damage and moving from difficult creep camp to difficult creep camp. This will give that Demon Hunter level 3, and also, just as importantly, he has picked up an Orb of Venom and now fighting alongside some Druids of the Claw. That Demon Hunter going to be very difficult to take down, as it also picks up War Song Battle Drums, additional bonus damage across the board, as now the Keeper of the Grove going to be teleporting in. Keeper of the Grove is able to get off a couple of entangles onto Grubby's Headhunter. One stays alive at 4 hit points. This Headhunter, is it going to stay alive? Down to 48, to 29, 30. Nope, it is actually going to get strangled to death. Units now making their way back around as well. Demon Hunter still with that Orb of Venom. Druid of the Claw does have the mastery training. Only weapons upgrades for Grubby, as the units are now looking to retreat back. Tauren Chieftain now out here. There goes an entangle, and we may need to see a Scroll of Town Portal to try to get back quickly. The rest of the army is not moving together. Farseer actually going to try and walk back here. This is a little bit of a misstep there, as the Voodoo Lounge does already get taken down. All right, Roar was used by Dise. Dise has a very, very, very large window of opportunity to destroy multiple Orc burrows, and Grubby is in some serious trouble, now already upside down on supply and can fall further. 2 additional Orc burrows could end up falling here if he's not careful, as the Shadow Hunter finally shows up. The Endurance Aura actually causing separation between him and the rest of the army, as the heroes were walking just a bit too fast. Grubby going to lose another Orc burrow and 2, as he is now seen at 42 over 21 supply. Dise is in the driver's seat of this game. Tauren Chieftain does throw down a Stomp here, as we see a Hex go down onto the Keeper of the Grove. Hex onto the Keeper of the Grove. Farseer also uses a Scroll of Town Portal. That could have been useful. Shadow Hunter could be in trouble as well, as both sides teleport to try and save. Grubby will quickly need to build up a new Voodoo Lounge. And in order to heal up here, he does have some healing salves left, but that is pretty much it. A new Voodoo Lounge would be absolutely necessary. He cannot train up any additional units. Even this one Headhunter here, perhaps should be stopped. And, it's a Berserker, so I'm not quite sure why it says Headhunter. Coming back through, Razor Main Chieftain now making its way around, and Dise does not want to let off the gas. He's going to be coming back again once more, ready to put in pressure. Grubby's Voodoo Lounge quickly going to get taken down there as we're looking at the Berserkers and that faster attack and speed upgrade. All right, Rune Racer is picked up by the Tauren Chieftain, not the item that he was looking for, as the Druids of the Claw now coming back across here. In comes some big damage. Headhunters, Berserkers, both sides fighting their way through. Are we going to see some, Druids of the Claw get taken down? Druids of the Claw going to get some rejuvenation right there, and they look like they're going to be able to back away just in time. Shadowhunter now looking to back up here. One Druid of the Claw could get taken down. No, trying to focus down some units. That Shadowhunter down to 111 hit points as it's still wandering around here. There goes 2 Druids of the Claw. Demon Hunter gets up to level 4 as archers are getting taken down as well. But 3 Druids of the Claw could get taken down. No, Staff of Preservation saves there as the Farseer now able to escape back off to the north. All right, Grubby made a little bit of a mistake, but now he's trying to play out of his mind. Well, keep up and stay in this game. 39 supply compared to 47 as both sides are fighting their way through. Purge onto the Demon Hunter, preventing him from being able to get too close to all of the action. Endurance Aura on the Shadow Hunter. That's not going to be sticking around for very long. Perhaps sold off in just a moment. Perhaps trying to buy some scrolls of healing and other items. Meanwhile, Dise has already set up this expansion and is now taking the economic lead. Already has the hero level advantage and now trying to take the army size lead as well. Staff of Teleportation inbound onto that Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove back around here, ready to go once more. Clarity Potion will be able to get more mana, and it looks like Dise is just going to cruise into an easy victory here as the Berserkers are trying to fight behind the fortress here to save a little bit of that damage and perhaps get a little bit more longevity. Orc Burrows are fighting back as well. There goes some more damage again as the army finally arrives. Farseer having a very bad day. However, Demon Hunter could have an even worse day. There's a stomp right there. Did that time correctly? Yes, it did, but a Staff of Preservation from the Keeper of the Grove saves a very low hit point, very near death Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, however, not showing back up to the party yet. One Druid of the Claw is taken down. Units are going to try and retreat back. Purge onto the Dire Wolves, pretty much taking... or Dispel onto the Dire Wolves, pretty much taking them down before they really get anywhere. Druid of the Claw going to get taken down here as the units are just getting constantly purged into purged at just the wrong moment. Meanwhile, there are a lot of Treants joining in here on the fight. More Berserkers joining in on the battle. Should be able to finish off many of these units here, but the Shamans are pretty much out of mana as the Demon Hunter back in action, ready to go. Going after another Druid of the Claw. There is a Staff of Preservation. Treant's going to try and take down the Altar of Storms. It looks like it will fall. Demon Hunter and the Tauren Chieftain still battling it through. Both sides fighting through here. 48 supply compared to 47 as Grubby has somehow taken the supply lead, even though he is behind economically. 50 over 61 supply. He is battling back and forth still. Druids of the Claw going back into into their bear form to try and survive here as the Tauren Chieftain fighting their way through. Mana burn onto the Shadow Hunter, very low on mana. Another Druid Staff of Preservation save. Tauren Chieftain's Potion of Lesser Invulnerability could not last that long. He's going to be forced to back away as the Demon Hunter can still rack up quite a bit of damage. All right, more Spirit Wolves trying to dive in onto that Druid of the Claw. This is not going to work out well. Where are the heroes in this battle? All three of them seem to be low and needing mana. And Grubby's, rally counter attack seems to be falling short here. As both sides go back to their respective corners, Dise is in a great spot, sitting at 59 over 70 supply, having the additional base down to the south, and now we're going to see a Pit Lord added in as well, a third and final hero from Dise. All right, 5 Treants surround that. All right, Mass Berserkers Endurance Aura was trained up by the Tauren Chieftain. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength. Shadow Hunter needs more mana, more Clarity Potion action going on. Altar of Storms is now gone as well. Gonna be joining back in on this fight. Demon Hunter, Dryads, all venturing out and forward. What is Dice's follow-up play going to be? Dise having a hard time trying to close out this game. Meanwhile, level 2 armor upgrades, getting ready for the Druids of the Claw and those Dryads. All right, Tauren Chieftain is going to throw down a stomp. No real use for the stomp there. Pit Lord is right there. Berserker Frenzy and Bloodlust getting in some big damage, and that's going to be some major pokes. Stomp a split second late there as the Demon Hunter going to continue to fight their way through. Scroll of Town Portal going to be picking up a lot of those units back. Are we going to go after some of those Dryads? Yes, we are. One Dryad able to escape barely, but another one there does end up getting taken down. We are looking at Dice's expansion. It is going to be in a bit of distress. Meanwhile, Farseer needs to buy some scrolls of healing and a scroll of Town Portal as well to try and make a bit of a play here. Ancient of War about to be taken down. Dice's expansion, his economic advantage could be coming to an end, and now trying to fight back up onto the high ground as the Tree of Life, well, is going to start to get repaired. Mass piercing damage not effective at taking down that Tree of Life. No easy way to take down all of these wisps here as the Farseer looks to try and get a scroll of Town Portal away after taking down the Tree of Life, but the Shadow Hunter falls at level 3. You are welcome for the stream. Coming back through, Shadow Hunter Resurrection is going to be from the tavern. The tavern in the center portion here on Rusty Creek, as we do not see Altar of Storms available for Grubby. That is going to be an expensive upgrade. Meanwhile, we're looking at Dise trying to capitalize on his larger army since he did have the economic advantage for so long. All right, multiple treants making their way through here. Gonna take down all of these peasants or peons, excuse me. Getting my names confused. All of these peons here getting cleaned up. Another expansion coming in from Dise as well. Farseer trying to come back across it. Chain lightning across the Druids of the Claw. A little bit of damage, but I think the game is going to be coming to an end. Rain of Fire now raining down onto that back line there. A little bit of damage. 66 applied compared to 41. A great counter-offensive by Grubby, but it fell just a bit short with too much piercing damage. Unable to finish off that last, expansion quickly enough without losing that Shadow Hunter. Overall resource scored, let's take a look. Dise winning in every single category. No surprise there, but really Grubby playing extremely well and getting a lot of mileage out of his units. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.